I just am, I love this business. I love it. You know, I have to say, I'm not even kidding, I believe, okay, that I have learned from St. Francis de Sales through his book called The Art of Loving God. I believe that I have understood and have applied, okay, how to move mountains. Okay? By the way, I didn't know that Montana meant mountains. That's a Spanish word. Listen, I believe that I have learned the art of moving mountains. Do you hear me? Yes. It's full abandonment to God. We keep thinking, I was so stuck for 6 years on that God, you know, he says, delight in me and I will give you the desires of my heart. So I just thought, well, I love you. So why aren't I receiving the desires, like the full desires of my heart? Like, when is this other thing coming? You know, and just, and the next thing, you know, it's like, when does it come? And believe me, by me living in this house for as long as I have without my husband, building an Airbnb, that right there moved mountains. And the only reason why I've been saying to God, what was it about my prayer that day that moved that mountain? What was it? And when I think about it, I was always like, okay, well, I lived in complete serenity in that prayer. Like, I really did. I was like, I know like all our prayers, we are like sincere, but the difference between that prayer and any other prayer that is sincere is that I had full abandonment in that prayer. The other ones that I pray, I'm like begging, and I'm like, when I feel like hopeless and I keep bothering him, and you know, I feel like a nag and I don't really like trust, and I'm filled with anxiety. I'm living in the lower self that St. Francis talks about. But the higher self is in that prayer about, Lord, I tried to get an Airbnb in my town and they won't let me, and because it's not zoned for that area. And I really want to be a project manager because I worked on my house for so many years and I loved it. It was like, wow, I hated grieving while I was doing it. But I said, what could I be capable of? What am I capable of in my life? If I can do all that I did on this house while I was in complete grieving mode, what am I capable of? And that's why I became a life coach, because I was like, what am I capable of in my right mind? You know what I mean? When the grieving is, you know, that real wailing, sorrowful, drop to the floor, just awful. Oh, I hated that. And so God, in that prayer, I truly said what I said, and then I left it there. And I didn't go on and on about it. I didn't. For some reason, I just left it there. Not expecting, like, I wasn't like praying like, Lord, please give it to me. I was just like, Lord, you know, I really miss being a project manager. And the town said no, you know, and I don't know. I don't know what to do. And how am I supposed to get it going, you know? And I just left it. I'm telling you, there was a difference in my prayer that day. And in a month to month and a half, it gets plopped literally in my lap. I take those reins. Imagine being on a horse and wagon and you're back in the Little House on the Prairie days and you've never been on one of these rides before in your life, and you grab those and that horse starts trucking along. And you're like, oh my gosh, like I have no idea how to steer this thing. I have no idea, but you start going in survival mode and you're like, whoa, all right, I got to figure this out. So you remember going like that to the horse. So you kind of do that a little bit and you're hoping he doesn't run. And, you know, you just kind of, prancing along and then you learn. You're learning how to steer these horses. I'm just telling you right now, this is so much fun for me. This is exactly, besides being a mother and a wife for the time that I was, because now for those of you that don't know, my husband unexpectedly passed away 6 years ago from a brain aneurysm. this is also what I'm built for. I love life coaching too. Life coaching, but I am taking a different, I'm in the process of taking a different course about it. I have a certificate for that to be a certified professional life coach, but I know the avenue I want to go down with that. It's a different approach, and it's just so spectacular. Anyway, I think one of my kids is home, and so full abandonment, guys. That's what trust is, and that's how you move mountains. And when you delight in the Lord and you let him take the reins, I'm not even driving the ship. I'm not even driving those horses. It's just like he is doing it. Lord, what do you want to do about the situation? I don't ask him, what do you want me to do? I don't, because blind faith means that you cannot see. So I'm just saying, Lord, which way do you want to go? Not which way do you want me to go? No, because I am already holding on to his hand. I am already following him. It is, where are you going? And not even asking like you have to tell me, but just constantly giving to him. Where do you want to go, Lord? Like right now, I got to find a warranty on my van. Lord, do you want a warranty on the van? On your van? Do you want it? Because if he does, it'll happen. Like Mother Teresa said, if the Lord wants something to happen, it will happen. And if he doesn't, it won't. It's so simple. See? So that's all I'm saying. Full abandonment, guys.